Hi everyone, it's Mads from Denim and Leather, and today I'm joined by Baz from Massive
Hello,
Wagons.
how are you doing? All right. You've not done this for a while, have you?
No. So we're here at Monsterfest today, and you're going to be headlining tonight.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
How are you looking forward to that?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's become more of a regular thing for us, headlining these kind of shows, and it's amazing. Yeah, it's been a long road, taken a long time, and it's exactly what we're working for, you know. And this place has been around for a long time, hasn't it? You know, I remember reading about this place in magazines for donkey's years. You know, all the big bands coming through. So playing these venues is also, you know, where these other bands have played is amazing. You know, and it's a great venue. This, like, tailor-made for everything, isn't it? Yeah, great.
So the band's been playing bigger and bigger shows, including the arena tour with Lynyrd Skynyrd. So how do you look back on that?
It was all right. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was yeah, amazing. Yeah, what can you say? I could get used to doing that all the time. Yeah, it's very. I'll be honest. There's a lot more involved with it as a band. There's a lot more logistics. You couldn't just rock up and with your van and all your gear and play. You needed a lot more things in place. And I'll be honest, when we walked into, I've been to Manchester Arena a few times. I live near there, and that's a big place. It's the biggest one on the tour. But when I walked into the Hydro, yeah, man, that place. I don't think it's as many seats as some of the other venues, but as a building, I was like, wow. You just look up in there and you can just make out people in the roof, you know, doing all the riggers and stuff, and you look round and it's just like, oh, good grief, this is absolutely ridiculous, you know, to be on that side of it rather than a spectator. But yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, we're treated like gold. It was just a whole new level of professionalism. Everything is just amazing. Yeah, it's like a ginormous machine. And Americans, they don't mess around, you know, everything's top notch, no half measures or all the catering and how they treat you. It's just awesome. Yeah. So that's ultimately what you aim for, I think, as a band. Yeah, loved every minute of it.
Now I've got to ask you, Full Nelson made the UK charts. So how did that feel for you guys?
Yeah, that was all right as well.
Just good. Average.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. Well, we didn't. You never again. You don't think these things are going to happen. And when we set about releasing it, because some of the other bands on the scene had graced the charts, Glorious, Stonebroken, one or two others maybe. But they were the more notable ones to me. I was well impressed with that. I thought, this is great. And so we talked to E-Rec and we said, well, why don't we aim for that? You know, we'll go for that. You got to have a goal, a target. That's our goal. We'll try and get in the charts, get it to chart. It must be possible because, you know, we're all on the same kind of playing field, I think. These are the bands. And we had a massive campaign, massive push. Our fans, just incredible. I think we have a fan called Gordon Ross. I don't know if you've ever met him. I think he bought every format of the vinyl. He has about 10 of the same vinyls in his house. He bought every colour. He's just a legend. Our fans are just the best. And then we got to number 16. It went in at 12, which was mind blowing. And then I don't understand how it works properly, but that's the midweek chart. And then a week later is your position. And then you're sort of praying as the week goes on. Oh, don't drop too far. I hope nobody famous dies. And then, you know, all 10 albums going to the charts at once. Do you know what I mean? That's the only reason. Yeah. But yeah, it ended up at 16. So yeah, what can I say? That's probably opened more doors for this band than anything else we've done. I would say. It's amazing when something like that happens, how many people then want to get in touch. Yeah. Promoters and venues and whoever else, they just want to. Oh right, yeah. You've made an impression. Really made an impression doing that. So, yeah. All right. So like I said, it was all right.
And you guys are re-releasing your first album. So what made you decide to do that?
Well, it was a fan thing, really. Because we've been going so long now. The album had really just been and gone. I think we only pressed 1,000 copies. We gave most of them away drunk in the early days, and then as we've gathered fans over the later years, nobody's any idea about any of those albums. And it was definitely of a time. It don't really sound anything like us now. The songwriting is totally different. The stylist songs is totally different. But you know, the hardcore fans are into all that. You know, they want to know where you've come from, what you've done. So the natural thing is, if you're going to do that, to remaster it, remix it, repackage it. Adam wrote out a big long thing explaining about the process and where we were when we did it and how we did it. You know, just saying it's of its time. So and people like it. Fans of bands like the music, don't they? They follow you. So yeah, it's selling really well. So yeah, well happy with that.
Good. Now you're also part of an all-star project at the minute, singing the Jimmy Barnes part. So how's that been for you? Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's a friend of ours, Rob Lane. He plays with Ryan Hamilton when he comes over, and he has a project called Straight to Video, and I think he does a lot of retro stuff. He's a very cool guy, and he's done a few of these covers with various lineups. And he got some guys from his old band. He was in a band called Teenage Casket Company, and he got his old singer from that band, I believe, and a group of musicians that he's worked with over the years. And he did this song from the Lost Boys film, Good Times. It was Michael Hutchins and Jimmy Barnes, and Jimmy Barnes is pretty new to me. I discovered him a few years ago, and he's like an Australian Brian Johnson. Like he's just absolutely unbelievable. Got this booming voice, and he was wanting to record it, and he asked me to record the Jimmy parts, duo parts, and yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It's something different. It's nice. It's great as a band to release music, but it's when you release with the same people all the time. It's as good as it is. It's nice to do stuff with other people. You know, it's good to work with different people and do different things, and people see you from a different angle, a different style. And it came out amazing. Yeah.
Now, every band says that they have amazing fans, but you touched on earlier, I think
That's
it's fair
crap.
to say the Wagons fans
I'm only joking.
are on another
They know I'm
level.
only joking.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think they're so
I don't
mental?
know. I don't know really. I don't know. Just love. I don't know. There's a thing in it. We have a fan group. I don't know how long our fan group's been going now. It was a lovely lady from America started called Carol, and I was always a bit. Fan group. I don't know really. I never stood on that really. We have our page. You know, why do we need a fan group? Wow, it's just snowballed. It's amazing. Amazing way to. The people that like the band can like the page, but the super duper fans go in the fan group. There's so much energy in that group, friends and people meeting up, and they all seem to know each other. I don't know, it's just amazing. I don't know why. Yeah, they're awesome people. Yeah, and they're just the same people travel and fly to these gigs just to pay. I swear to God, we could play anywhere, and you have no idea who's going to turn up. A guy called John McVitie who lives in Ireland. He just shows up in the wildest of places. You know, you'll play abroad just to turn up. What are you doing here? It's just awesome. They just come from all over. They just love it, and I love that they love it. It's just like we're all part of the same team, really.
Yeah.
I love them all. The race. Yeah, it's good.
So what are you guys planning for the band next year?
We're recording a new album in January. We just released some tour dates today. So we're trying to get. It's around the time we're recording. And we've been asked, as a band, bands always get asked, you release a tour and you always go, why aren't you coming here? Why aren't you coming here? You can't play everywhere. You just can't play everywhere. And to be honest, as a band, if you want a band like us who has to make money to survive, you kind of have to go to the places where there's going to be people there, you know. It's all right saying, can you come to frigging play my shed? Well, yeah, but you ain't going to pay us any money for that. We're going to end up losing money. You just gotta, and people do travel, but I understand the need for us to go to other places. And these dates that we've released are a group of the dates that people have been asking for a few years. Come here, so we're making an effort to go to a few more different places out off the beaten track a bit and wherever, you know. But they're good venues, the Tivoli, and where else? My memory doesn't work. There's about 8 of them, I think. Yeah, be good. That's the only one I can remember.
Well, enjoy your set tonight. Thank you so much for chatting.
Oh, no worries.
Make sure you check out Massive Wagons and come back to
Southend, that's another one we're playing. Don't know where. Bye.